here. Okay, let's go ahead and switch on over. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, down allowable content. Oh, let me move my agua. All right, let's just check out latest. Man, I've gotten really lazy with this. I just keep going straight to the latest just to, you know, see what there is and isn't. Wait. Is there a way to do, is there like a production section? What's up, Blowy? How are you? Let's see, why is there a separate section for flashlights? That's very interesting. Same thing for chainsaws. What? There's an axe? Does it actually swing it? That's interesting. Wait, those are some cool chainsaws, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of cool. Where was I looking for again? Animal pens? That's crazy. Been building with the Lego blocks in game. I'm actually looking forward to it because, let's see, I won't be able to build until the next stream, so I am looking for that. You build a tunnel? Okay, that's actually interesting. I want to see that. Under the train tracks. Oh, so it looks almost like a FS22-esque. Fish farming. Fish farming seems kind of interesting. I don't know. Corn, soybean, wheat, mineral feeds. Interesting. I do want to do corn though. They have a post office? What? Bring your postal workers some water and watch how quick they will sort the mail for you. What? What? That is so weird. That's kind of neat. Input diesel and mail. That is so kind of, that's neat. That's a neat little production place. Okay, let's go ahead. Firewood product. Okay, I need to stop. I'm gonna be here too long. Let's go ahead. Let's see. We gotta go here. Make sure everything's good. We don't need the wood loader. And we don't need it for this one. Forestry helper. Not necessary, I don't think. Okay, I think we're good, at least for now. Okay, let's see, drop the pick. Let me see, okay. Let me go to the Discord. Let's see, where is it? Here. Uh-oh, my Discord is not loading. Oh, there it goes. Wait, there it is. Let me see this. Let me see. Salami lid. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. So you put, oh, you even put lights on it. See, I was thinking about doing lights for the parking garage. I think, yeah. Okay. Now I'm just geeking out. So yeah, use the building blocks and put it behind the default silage bunker. So you can actually just go and drop it that way. It's actually really cool. Yeah, I like yours, but that's another thing we still have not done on either map, which I'm kind of ashamed of. We have not put lights anywhere, like anywhere. There's not lights on our farms at all. So when it gets dark, we just can't see. We're just blind. And I think at some point I'm just gonna have to just set aside time just to do it. And I think it'll be best if I do it at night, so that way I can actually see where everything's going. But for now, let's see. I need to smooth out this section a little bit, and then let's see. You can dump in the wait. You can dump in the middle and let it fill, then just drive in from the back onto the chaff and dump as you drive down. That's an interesting tactic. Oh, I see what you're saying, because as you drive down, it creates room for you to drive on. Interesting. I like how this ground is so weirdly shaped. I do need to smooth this section a little bit. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do that before I forget. Let's see, construction. And the reason being is I need this back section to be a little bit smoother for, let me see, well, hold up. Let me just go here and just level this out a little bit. Okay, hold up. Probably should make this bigger. Deet. Shoot. Yep. Yep. Just level this a bit. Something like that. And then just smooth it. Something like that. Go here. We need this section to be a lot smoother. A lot smoother. Something like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not great. But I mean, we're gonna have to bring all of that down eventually, so that's just something to note. I have to bring it all down and just flatten every bit of it. Anywho, bigger brush. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to do a lot, just some. I just needed just a little bit for the trailer. Saves the most time pushing with a blade to back it. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Let's see. Here, not chatty tonight, but you're on my TV, so I'm here. Forgot my meds today, and I'm feeling off. Oh, that sucks. Hope you have a good stream. I hope I do too. Let's see. I forgot what oh, I know what I'm doing. Where is it? This guy. Get back to work. Okay, let that keep going. Let's see, we shouldn't have any wool to carry, I don't think. Nope. Oh, we need to feed these guys. I guess I can go ahead and feed them. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. Yeah, me too. Had 5 panic attacks today. Oh, that sucks. Had enough at this point. That really sucks. I actually had a friend in school who used to get panic attacks often. Never 5 in one day, or at least I don't think I asked her if she had 5 in one day, but the most I saw her have was 2, which they are nothing to joke about, which kind of sucks. So I hate that you're going through that. I've got the zaps bad right now. I don't know what the zaps are. Oh, we got deliver silage. Forgot about that. So I guess we'll feed them when we get back, since we don't. So let's deliver the silage first. Actually, I wrote that on my list. I'm not sure how I forgot about that. I wrote that on this stupid list. Don't know how. Let's see, where is... Oh, crap. Okay, so we have to take this guy. Yeah. Let's see. It feels like a heart attack. It's awful. Ouch. And here's the sad part about this. You said it feels like a heart attack, and I'm like, I have no idea what a heart attack feels like, and I hope I never have to. But I don't know, it just sounds painful. I've had chest pains before. I know that's not the same, but it's nowhere near the same. But oop, where did I just? Oh, little mini car. Did I leave this? Yeah, I was gonna say. Still need this little bale thing. I'm gonna go over here, grab these, head back. And the good part is we got a lot of fields to roll, so I think I'm just going to be spending most of my time delivering. Let's see. Yeah, I really would not wish this on my worst enemy. I hate it. I was hospitalized once while I was working from a panic attack. A customer mentioned to me that if your left arm ever hurts, it's a heart attack. When my arm went numb, my back and chest got tight. Dear Lord. Yes, if that happens, you phone the ambulance immediately. Well, at least I'm learning stuff that I probably wouldn't have ever learned. Oh, do-do, do-do. It was all my mind replicating the symptoms, and I was rushed to the ER. Oh, so you're saying it wasn't even a thing, you just sort of, I guess, I wouldn't say conjured it, but you thought about it and sort of tricked yourself into having it? Ah. No, it was real. Actually, I hate that when you go to the doctor, or actually anything in life, when you say blank, and then when you go to show it to somebody, it's like it's not there. I don't know why, but it feels like this thing is picking up faster. Let's see, just unfortunately made by me. Oh, the anxiety. Let's see. Yeah, I've nearly phoned ambulance so many times. With it, I suffer with hema. I know that's hema because hemiplegic migraines as well. Stroke-like symptoms. Been to hospital for that so many times. I have to inject my belly every month. Damn. Yeah, sounding it out. Just wait till you start getting Latin words. There's no way I would survive in a Latin class. Nose. Does that mean on the nose? I don't know what those emojis mean. Dude, if we did emoji chat only, I swear we would not get anything done. Actually, we should do that maybe one day in the future. Just emojis only, but the conversations would be so terrible because 9 times out of 10 it would just be me guessing. OMG, I thought it was the praying. Thought it was a praying emoji. Nope, just sent noses. Let's see. That's funny. Look, from now on, whenever we're saying we're praying from somebody, we're gonna send noses. I'm just gonna start sending that to everybody, just noses, and they're gonna be like, huh? Don't worry about it. You had to have been there. Oh, come on. Can this... I was gonna say, no, of course it can't. That was a dumb question. I was about to say, could we convoy this? But that's a stupid question. I mean, I guess it would be possible, but it would be kind of weird. Okay. I didn't realize the bridge makes distinct sounds. That's interesting. Where am I even taking this? Hold up. I never know where I'm going. I just start driving. Animal dealer. Got it. Wait, how much money did that say? 80K. Okay, I saw the 600 and I was like $600,000. Oh my gosh. Nah. 80K, but that's fine. Let's see. Did you know that's not a praying emoji? It's actually high five. Honestly, it could be. Is it? I think if you hover over it, it says like what it is with like some weird colons around it. but I wouldn't doubt it. And people just use it as the praying thing. See, the amount of times I've sent that to people. Look it up, PMSL. I only found out this a few months ago. It's called nose emoji. That's interesting. So it's not actually high fives. I mean, it's not actually praying, it's high fives, but everybody misuses it. Eh, it's fine. We're just gonna let everybody live in their delusion. Why is he doing the middle of the field? Look, dude, okay, look, my guy. See, this is what I'm talking about. He's gonna charge me for this crap. You're redoing the middle of the field. For what reason? Like, you should be able to sense the parts that you've already done. Go do the headlands. Also, who would work the headlands off? Actually, no, I know why. In case there's an issue. In case there was an issue, like with them running into stuff, that would make sense, actually. Let's see. No, the praying one, it looks like praying hands, but apparently it's a high five. Also, that's such a weird... I feel like it would make more sense for it to be praying, because who is sending high fives through the phone? I mean, I guess you could, but why? What is that over there? I don't... Is that just a place for storage and stuff? I think it is. For this field. Come on. Oh, I did not realize we had the thing down. Okay. And now we're going faster, of course. Let's see. Just had to play that sound. I haven't heard it in forever. Let's see. Let's see. Keep asking people to come over for some fresh eggplant salad and nobody responds. I've never had eggplant salad. Heck, I've never had eggplant. I just had dragon fruit for the first time some months ago, and I can be honest, it's really not as like cool as I thought. It looks like a weird dragon fruit, like almost like it would be in one piece, but to be honest, it wasn't all that. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, amazing, and it just wasn't. It just really wasn't. Let's see, turn. Look at that driving. Shoot. Look at this driving. Look at that driving. I'm just whipping it. Let's see. I don't understand emojis. Oh. LOL. Nope. Or. Oh, turn. For me, the emojis are so annoying. Let's see, I don't typically use emojis. If I do, I send like creepy faces. Like I'll do like the eyes like you did, Blowy, or something like similar to that. Like that's probably the most I'm gonna do for emojis. Or maybe a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or maybe the emoji where the guy's raising his hand, but that one's so like tiny. I don't really do it. What's wrong with salad? Oh jeez. Haha. Cobb salad. I haven't had cod salad in forever, but I like salad. I've just never had eggplant salad. I've never had eggplant. But I do like salads. There's all type of salads. I just don't use emojis. I think the one Bluey, if I'm reading those emojis right, and if I slightly know Blowheed, I feel like that's sexual in nature. But I might be wrong. Badoop. Badoop. Dude, it's gonna take him forever just to roll that one field, and we still gotta roll 4 other fields. Let's see. Get here. Turn this way. Hop out the vehicle. Hop off the law in the law one. You fought the law in the law one. Hop off the law in the law one. Dang it, you know, I just realized we dropped off grass instead of silage. I just realized that. Well, no, well, it says it was silage, but I think it was grass. Because I'm realizing the colors were different and this one's, I don't know, I don't really care. It is what it is, we just need it off our lawn. Let's see. I've never even had sex. I wouldn't know. I'm gonna go watch on TV. Got a headache, but I'll be here. Hope you feel better. And actually, with the stuff like you were explaining, I don't think Tylenol would help. It's typically 2 sleeps to turn grass into silage. But the thing is, I don't keep track of the cycles. I just keep going. Like I just keep doing other stuff. I don't even keep track. But I think I remember you telling me that before. That's 2 sleeps. Thank you. I hope. Oh, we pray. Send the 2 noses. We pray. Let's see. No, just relax. Positive thoughts and meditation and water. Lots and lots of water. Even though water is not the cure-all for everything, but it is kind of funny. Actually, I wonder if humans actually drank the amount of water that doctors said, would we actually feel better? Because I feel like I would just be waterlogged. Like I would just weigh so much more with the amount of water we take in. Like I do feel like everything's running smoother when I drink that much water, but geez, I just end up having to go so much. Noses for Melissa. I do most days. I pee a lot. That's what I say. I pee so much, and at my job, I can't keep going to the bathroom like that. But it's crazy. It's like you just go to the restroom so frequently when you drink that much water. And I should, and I do need to drink more water. It's just that I don't think a lot of jobs nowadays like allow people to go to the restroom that much. Or it's like, even if they did allow it, you would get so much less done because you're constantly running to the bathroom. Maybe not so much, but a decent amount. Clearing out the system. But man, you gotta pee a lot. Yeah. And like you feel great when you do it. Like aside from the having to pee the whole time and feeling like you're sinking because you're like 8 pounds heavier because of water. But like your body feels great. Did we get enough bales? Oh, we picked out one too many. Whoops. Dude, and this constant traveling back and forth is going to be annoying. I should probably rent. No, there's nothing else that could hold bales, is there? This is the best bet. And there's no way to do a convoy, so. Because we got the big old convoy. Don't know the words. Uh-oh. Turn. I wonder how much the big crone cost. I think it was like 3 something. Let's see. Ooh, gee, I thought that was gonna clip. If I'm working outside, I'll drink 6 liters or more of water, and that's fair. I sweat a lot too. I'm sure that's part of chugging water. There are autoload bale trailers. We got a great big convoy rocking through the night. That's what it was. I remember hearing it in American Truck Simulator, and I enjoyed it because I typically never played with the radio on, but one time I just turned the radio on and heard that song. I was like, this is nice. I actually miss American Truck Simulator. I haven't played it in a long time. Actually, I think I'm gonna use the bale loader on the next one because this is kind of slow to constantly keep picking this stuff up. Ain't she a beautiful sight? Dude, my dad took me trucking a lot when I was a kid. The CB radio was nuts. The CB radios always seem so interesting, and I'm tempted to like buy one, not to actually say anything, but just to listen to people. So many truckers knew each other by trucks, and that's the crazy part. Like I would watch stuff on YouTube where truckers would pass each other or like see each other like in the distance and then immediately like start talking to each other. Get a handheld, they're neat. Let me hold up. CB radio. CB radio. What does CB even stand for? Communication broadcast? No, that doesn't sound right. Broadcast? Well, that stands for communication. Citizen band? That is so lame. That is so lame. What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? I guess at the time they also had military radio, so I guess that makes sense. Don't like it, but it makes sense. Oh yeah, a lot more money. A lot more money. Woohoo! 16K. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take the look at this turn. Look at that. Look at that. I be whipping it. Look at that, just whipping it. You know what? Off the top rope like I'm Jeff Hardy. Wow. That's a funny meme. Shoot. Let's see, but if a trucker is passing another truck, okay, hold up, let me. If a trucker's passing another truck, Dad would flash his lights to tell the trucker he was past me, Dad. What? But if a trucker is passing another truck, Dad would flash his lights to tell the trucker he was passing Dad, and the trucker would radio. Oh, I see. Makes sense. So you know you passed enough and can merge back. That's fair. Actually, yeah, because that is one thing that was interesting in American Truck Simulator. When I was driving in cabin like this, even when I'm using my rear view, like my side mirrors, I would always like be unsure of how far like I would need to go before I merged. And that's interesting because I don't think, maybe they changed it because it has been like probably a year. Actually, I know it's been at least a year since I've played American Truck Simulator, but I don't think I've ever seen the AI like signal. Where is, we're gonna use the auto loading baler thing and see if that's a bit faster. If I can find it. Oh. Hello, my friend. I need to borrow your ride. Doo-doo. Crap. I just ran into that. Actually, I just realized we have 5 fields to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 5 fields after the big one. Is he done with the big one by now? Like, he should be done with the headlands, right? No, he's not. Dear. It's gonna take him all stream just to roll that one field. Like, the field is nice. It's great. It's efficient. All the things. But dear Lord, does it take so long to maneuver. And that is one thing that I think sucks about getting more fields. It just means you spend more time doing it. And if I wasn't streaming it, I wouldn't mind. Because, like, for example, this weekend, I spent so many hours playing rugby. So I wouldn't normally mind. I don't. Modern trucks have so many cameras, but one flash of the light used to mean come on over if passing. 2 flashes means thank you. Let's see. It's embedded in my brain. I do it every time I get let in traffic or pass. Let's see. If I'm in a car, I don't typically flash or anything. I don't think I know how to flash. I just put my hand up behind me because, you know, in a normal car, they can typically see through your rear window. However, I have tint on my rear window, so that may not be entirely true. Wait. Okay, okay, hold up. I don't think, did I press grass or silage? I thought I pressed silage. Okay, hold up. Let me just nudge these in here. Let me just nudge those in there. Let me just nudge these in here real quick. Flash your flashers, not your high beams. Or hazards. 4 ways? What? I don't even think... Do I have flashers? I always flash my high beams. I don't think I have. Are flashers like a distinct thing on cars? The red triangle. Oh, you mean flash the high... Oh, I see what you're saying. So hit the hazard button and that counts as the flash. Ah. Okay, well, actually, hold up. Now that you mention it, I've seen people do that before. I didn't know that's what they were doing. Huh. Didn't know that. See, this is stuff that they should put in our... Okay, I'm not sure if it's... I think it's America. Our driving stuff is wonky, in my opinion. Because it's stuff like that would be helpful to know. Like stuff that, yeah, here are the laws of the road, or here are the rules of the road. But also, here are just some general tips. The left lane is the fast lane. If you're not fast, get out of it. Like that's a universal rule. I think I would hope to be around the world. I would like it to be around the world, because geez, people won't get out of the way. I wonder, wait, we could put more on this? Uh-oh, uh-oh. We're about to get messy. Let's add like 6 more. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Yeah, hold up, let me bag it up just a little bit. Can we go higher? Hold up. Hold up. Can we go higher? Come on. Come on. Work with me. Come on. Let's work together. Right? Let's make a pyramid. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dagnabbit! That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Because this is a bit much. Actually, how many is this? I don't want to count it. I really don't want to count it. I just know it's a lot. That's what matters. It's more than 25. I know we added 6 for sure. So at least 30. That's at least 30 bales, which is crazy. It'd be nice if we could lock the axle on this thing, so making backing up a bit easier. But anywho, also, if you ever get pulled over because you passed a cop, then flash your lights warning drivers ahead of the police. That's totally legal. Yeah, that's the freaking crazy part. I saw on YouTube, I've never got in trouble for it, but I saw a cop pull a biker over for tapping the top of his helmet, essentially signaling other people that the cops were there. And I'm like, that's not illegal. Hide better, cop. Like, if anything, I would think that would be a good thing, right? Because, like, okay, here's how I think about it. If as a cop or as a society or as a court system, whatever, that's a 30 load auto load trailer of bales. I have it. Thank you, because I definitely wasn't. I'm not gonna lie, I was not gonna count that. I was just gonna assume there was no way I was about to count it. I mean, I could, but it looks like marshmallows. Also, have you guys ever seen cotton bales in this game? Freaking massive. Massive, gigantic. Cotton bales are massive. They have their own separate trailer and stuff because they're just huge. I don't know who the heck would work with cotton in this game, because the amount of work and machinery you need to like use it, it's not really worth it. But yeah, like as cops and stuff, why would you want people to get caught breaking the law? Like, as a society, wouldn't we want everybody to obey the law? And so if that even takes a civilian to remind other civilians, hey, there's a cop up here, you should probably obey the law. Like, why? Like, it feels like you guys are just trying to be money hungry. That's what it feels like. Let's see, as a cop, you're not allowed to hide, so technically, to be running radar, you must be clearly visible with lights on to be running any kind of radar. Fascinating. I hope that's a worldwide thing, because I swear cops around here do not have their lights on sometimes. Like, their car is running. Like, okay, during the daytime, they're clearly visible. Clearly visible. But at night, I swear cops do not, or at least I will constantly see where cops do not have their lights on. Nom. Woo! Money. But full running lights, including headlights at night. Yeah, I mean, I have seen some cops with it, but I think for the most part, cops will sort of hide. Like, I've seen cops camp on the on-ramp, so if people are passing on the highway, they can't see the cop until they're already on top of the cop, because he's sitting on the on-ramp. And if you're driving on the highway, you would have to be past him or actually directly at him to see him, which is kind of dumb. Let's see. Leave them chocolate chip cookies alone. How's everyone? How are you, Psycho? I am doing the splendid. Doop doop. This dude is still stinking going. Is he robbing me? No, he's doing his job. But jeez, a lot of times it's aircraft patrols. Cops sit and wait for the radio call to grab a car, and then that's fair, which sucks, but like they're working together as a team, which I feel like is unfair. If you're gonna catch me, officer, you need to catch me. Don't call your friend, you stinking cheating bum. Heard saying num num. Num 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 num. Actually, I haven't had cookies in a hot second. I have ice cream though. I don't think I'm gonna have ice cream tonight. I've had ice cream the last 2 nights. We have a lot of aircraft patrolled roads around me. I think I don't think I've ever had. I don't know. I really don't understand how cops operate for real. I just don't trust them. They're not evil. Well, some of them. Let's just grab 24 because that should max the 6 I already have on there. Wait, how many more bales do we have? We have 40 silage, so we gotta make 2 trips. Num 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 num. Okay, and if we can use this as a bale thing, then we really don't need the bale transporter thing. So I guess I can go ahead and sell that. Starry bale transport thingy thing. Actually, I'm gonna drive it up there because I know we can get more money for it if we do. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just need to find it. Where is it? This one. Oh wow, it's worth 16k. 16.5k. That's not bad. And so if we take it up there to them, we should get a little bit more money. Let's see. Let's see, any car, wait, what did I miss? They paint marks on the road and time cars driving between them. Any car that passes the distance faster than a set time are set to be pulled over. And that's just a douchebag. And their cameras can get your plate from the air so easy. Fun tip. Okay, they're just douchebags. That's what I'm hearing. If you borrow equipment for a contract, you can use the tractor for free to do anything you want, then cancel the job when you're done with it, or finish the job and get paid. And actually, I've done that before. I've used the tractor to do anything I want because I think now, maybe it was a thing in FS22, but like I feel like you could use some equipment to do certain things. Like maybe it was like you could use a mower to mow your fields or something to that effect, but you could use equipment from other jobs to like work your field as well. And I'm not sure which ones exactly do that, but I feel like they've updated it now. Let's see, but the tractor will. And I guess that makes sense because you can't really stop a tractor from doing stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? I can't hook this up to my tractor. Like, how? I gotta hook stuff up to it. You're just gonna say I can't hook non-rented materials up to the tractor? Like, that's very weird. I mean, I guess they could easily, well, maybe not easily, but they could do it just by changing a few lines of codes, but it's not worth it. There's no way he's done. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely none. No way. Oh, wow. He did a fantastic job. Good for him. Okay, so we're gonna finish the spots that he didn't do the best on, and then we're gonna send him to, geez, the wear and tear on this is crazy. I like it. And then we're gonna send him to the other 5 fields. Dear Lord, it took him 40 minutes just to finish this field. In fairness, we had him doing the up downs, which was pointless. Let's see, you can rent one set of equipment and do multiple jobs of the same contract. And that's what I used to do for what is it, fertilizing? Which is actually partially the reason I haven't sold my fertilizing equipment yet, because we kind of don't need it anymore. But let's see, he's doing good. AI did a good job. So like technically I'm just being nitpicky. I could have just not like done these small parts. Like it's really not necessary, because he's only missed very, very minute and tiny spots. He did good. He did good. I'm gonna go ahead and fold this up because I need this to move a little bit faster. I just need this to move just a smidge faster. Okay, go ahead and unfold. Okay, it's gonna take for 4 years to unfold. Also, with it, I don't think this would fold automatically, would it? Like, wouldn't we have to unfold this? I don't know how that would work. I'm not a farming connoisseur yet. I'm working on it. Working on it. Okay. Let that go. And then we'll send him back to the other field. I think I should, nah. I was gonna say, I think I should let him do the big field first, but it's not gonna matter. If anything, the distance it would take us to get to the big field would almost be pointless. Wait, did we get that section? We did. Did we? Okay, we missed a small little sprig, but I don't care that much. The time it would take me to spin back is not necessary. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Ba-doop, ba-doop. Hit the sign. It's like, why do y'all even put these signs up? All I'm gonna do is accidentally, quote, air quotes, hit them. If they're in my way, they're getting laid down. Shoot. There he goes. Okay, let him do his thing. Keep delivering the silage. The silage. Also, this trailer is just way better for multiple reasons. Reason number one, it holds 30 instead of 24. Reason number two, where am I going? Where the heck am I going? Reason number two, it loads them faster. Actually, that's probably the most important one. It loads them faster. Man, never thought I'd see the day where the man TGS struggles to pull something. That's crazy. He's not really struggling, but you can tell there's some strain on it a little bit. But in fairness, 165,000 liters. I mean, I can only imagine. Here, let me do this. How much does one weigh? One bale weighs 100 kilograms. And we got 30, so that's, wait, is that right? 30? We have 3,000 kilograms? Because 30 times, yeah, 3,000 kilograms of weight. That's heavy. I think that's an elephant, right? How much is an elephant? 1.5 tons? Or is it half a ton? I don't remember how much an elephant weighs. I just know they're heavy. Also, how much is a ton? And then the follow-up question is, a ton imperial? Like, a ton is an imperial weight, correct? Which leads me to the question, why the heck do we still use it? Because I don't even know how much a ton is. 2,000 pounds. Which is so odd, like randomly 2,000. So what's the weird history behind the number 2,000? Why was 2,000 considered a ton and not 1,000? And if it's two, I don't know. It doesn't, I don't know. But at least it's a nice round number. That's good. 2,000 pounds is a ton, so that means we had 1.5 tons. Or are you saying a baby elephant weighs 2,000 pounds? These are the questions. Doop doop. Let me just put on cruise control. Tired of pressing on the gas. Actually, I've been like that lately when I'm driving medium long distances. left, look right, up the hill. Fight, fight, fight. Can we, yeah, we still can't do convoys with this. It wouldn't make sense. And we could get the lock mod so we can back this up better. But I shall not worry about it. It is not a massive deal. It is a deal, but not a massive deal. Man, I remember when GameStop used to be like a deal. Like you actually used to be able to go in and get deals on games. But now, like the games are trash. Like even the used game. Like here's the thing, I'm a PC gamer, so it doesn't really matter. Like GameStop becomes useless once you become a PC gamer. GameStop, Best Buy, Target. Well, Target and Best Buy were never good places to buy video games, I don't think. But like you would just buy it if you couldn't find it somewhere else, or if it just happened to be the closest. But yeah, I don't know. It's just GameStop's just ripping people off. Like they're just trying to stay afloat. I don't really blame them. It's just, dang, you know, you just hate to see it. You hate to see it. Y'all used to be legends. They used to be right up there with like Walmart and being able to go in and play video games like in Walmart. I don't even think they have that anymore. I know Target does, because I will go in and like play on the Switch game just for the sake of doing it. I don't even plan on buying Switch. I would like to buy a Nintendo because I wish they still made like the Pokemon games. Even though I stopped playing the Pokemon games when I stopped playing with my Nintendo DS. Because I will say, like, if you grind those games, probably maybe, I don't know, 8 hours, you could probably finish the game. I really don't remember. Oh, wait, did it not do the field? What the heck? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we missed some spots. Can I just turn off certain hotspots? That'd be great. Let me just turn this off. Thank you. Turn off loading station. What loading station is that? I have a loading station there? I generally don't know what loading station that would be. What loading station? Oh, for the beat. That's not a loading. I mean, yes it is, but I'm just gonna drive around the edges. Realistically, it's probably everywhere where there's just a slight bump. Like a little bit back here is one. Perfect turn. Let's go this way. Turn back this way. That should be everything, right? Oh wait, yeah, that was everything, right? Doo-doo. Yep. And then I can go back and turn on the hotspots. I just hate constantly having to fold and unfold this thing. Alright, worker me boy, get to work. All I gotta do is deliver the rest of this stuff. We got 2 trips. Hopefully by the time we do those 2 trips, he's done doing his whole shenanigans. I'm so glad we still had the silage to deliver, because we're making a decent amount of change from this. And we might have enough to possibly, maybe, depends on the day, by the crone. And I'm hoping that the crone is just faster at cutting through the field. I mean, and it may not be, because the stuff that we have so far is an extra 3 meters wide than the crone. But I think, let's see, what's the speed limit? These have a working speed of 13 miles per hour with about 12.3 meters. Okay, so it's only 12.3. I don't know why I thought it was 13. So 12.3 meters wide, 12.3 meters wide. Uh-oh, wrong thing. With a 13 mile per hour working speed. Whereas the Crone, did I not install the thing? I did not install the thing. Okay, that's goofy me. Goofy me, it's fine. But this has a 10 meter and a 15 mile per hour working speed. Uh-oh. So 15 miles per hour, that is, let's see, 10 to almost 20% faster. I think it's more like 18. I'm doing rough math. About 18% faster. It is 100k cheaper than the in-game one. Let's see, the width, I don't know, it might come out being roughly the same speed, because if the Crone moves at 15 and the Kong Slide moves at 13, that's a 2 mile per hour difference, but a 2.3 meter wingspan difference. So I'm not 100% sure as to which is better, but I think moving faster in the grand scheme of things might equalize with that reach difference. I would like to hope. Maybe. I'm not sure. Genuinely not sure. Let's see, did he finish the field? How did he do? Okay. Again, small. It's always on the edges. And I feel like it's because he's doing like a circular motion instead of just trying to grab everything. But, Crone's always fastest. The turning speed on the Crone is insane. That's another thing. The turning speed, because I'm pretty sure the Crone can almost turn on a dime, I think, which gives it a big advantage, which means whenever we do course play, it's going to be so much easier to turn and maneuver with it, which hopefully means less of the mishaps on those like corner areas, which means we won't have to do touch-ups, which will save us time as well. So that's good. I do not have access to this land. How dare you? How dare you? We still have not put lights up on this land. Okay, let him do his thing and drive back. We got one more trip. Maybe I'll do lights while he finishes rolling everything. I'm not gonna lie, we are really getting a decent amount of money from silage. And that's kind of nice. Actually, I think we're getting more than what we needed. Hold up. Am I mistaken something? Because I thought we started with like 360,000. And the fact that we're at this much. Does it say sold products? Sold bales. Yeah, we've made 82,000 already. Oh, we accidentally sold grass as well. Because we sold the grass for an additional like 5,000. Because we accidentally took that. But still though, I mean, we were slated to make 80,000. So I guess that's... I guess that's about right. Because even if we go back and grab this little section over here, let's see, we're only going to get about $6,500 grand for it. Ba-doop, ba-doop, which is fine. Let's see. What else do we need? Honey. I'm just happy honey's actually doing something. Even though I still don't understand. Like, the whole point of honey, I think, would just be to put it towards cereal. Or like cornflakes or something. Now, what would be cool is if you could use honey in the place of sugar in certain recipes, like a cake or something. But I don't think you can use honey for a cake. Because, like, the textures and stuff are different. And so how they would probably work together would be different. Maybe if you use honey, the cake would be moister? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really understand cooking. I don't know. I do not know, Papa. Help me. I do not know. Let's see, silage, grab these last 10 bales. And go here. And grab up these last few. Let's see, heat and sweat, meat and seat. What? What? Do. You know, I said what? It reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. What was it? The second one? Or was it the first one? I think it was the second one. I think. No? Was it the first? How many Guardians of the Galaxy have there been? I think there's been 3. So I'm thinking it's the first one. Was it the first one where he killed, where the dad killed his mom or something? Like gave her cancer. I don't know. Anyway, honey is more used for sugar. I said sweet, not sweat. Sweet, sweat. You know, reading is hard, sir. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Just gonna be honest. I don't know who invented reading, but it's annoying. Let's see, where's your glasses? Sir, you're like 10 feet away. I can't read from that far. I probably could. It's difficult. It is difficult. Difficile is how you say difficult in French. Let's see. I put honey in my coffee. My dad puts honey in his coffee. Honey also just tastes nice. Like, I don't know. If I had to choose between honey and sugar, I would choose honey. But it also, I think honey has sugar in it. Not necessarily processed sugar, but glucose? I don't know what the heck it is. Also, I think honey is technically healthier for you than sugar. Love beaches. And see, that's a crazy statement, sir. That is a crazy statement. Just walk around with that on a shirt, and when cops try to arrest you for like public indecency or something, like no, we have an entire market dedicated to this stuff. You cannot arrest me. I just rephrased it in a way that you guys don't like, but this is what it is. Chris, you tell me exactly what's wrong. I request that you tell me exactly what's wrong about it. You cannot? Leave me alone. Actually, it reminds me of something I saw. A dude who was like in like a foreign country. Well, I guess every country that I'm not in is technically considered foreign. But anyway, he's like harvesting honeycomb from like bees in the wild, and none of the bees were stinging him. And then I think someone read in the comments that bees can smell like whatever type of, I'm not sure if it's chemical or pheromone or whatever it is. Excuse me. But like if you are afraid, you let off some type of pheromone or something that they can smell and they will attack. I don't remember. I just remember watching him do it and just being like, oh, that's interesting. You smoke them out. This dude wasn't. He was like, now maybe he did, and I just did, because it did like start with him just cutting into the honeycomb. It didn't show the smoking part, so maybe that is what he did. But he was like up in a tree, like a really high tree, just cutting it, and they like all flying over him, and it was just what it is. Also, when they smoke the bees out, are they putting nicotine in that smoker? And so the bees are like high? Is that what's happening? Which brings up another question. If you're putting smoke near the honey, does that influence the flavor? Oh, you smoke them out. Dad was a beekeeper. You see a smoke machine. You use the smoke machine. Why did I say see? That clearly says use. You use the smoke machine and get all the bees to leave. Then you take the hive. Then you storm the beach. No, it's like charcoal and a grease gun, kind of. Yeah, I've seen the grease, and actually it looks so interesting. It almost makes like a well, it's like a grease gun. It reminds me of the thing that they used to put oil on the Tin Man in the original, I say the original Wizard of Oz, but I'm sure there was probably a Wizard of Oz before the one that I'm thinking of. But I'm thinking of the one with like Dorothy and Toto and there's no place like home. But I guess that is just that's what they're supposed to say. So I guess that would be in all of them. So I guess that one doesn't count. But you squeeze it and it makes smoke. It also makes a weird sound. Well, not weird, but an interesting sort of mechanical type sound, which I kind of like the sound of it. Oop, swing. It always made me laugh. Mom's definitely allergic to bee stings. Dad was a beekeeper. Huh. Honey, did you take out the trash? Do you want to die, ma'am? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? I could just bring a bee in here and you're done. Accidental or otherwise. See, I remember my first sting. I was like, well, this will go one of two ways. I die or it die. That's the crazy part. Bees, well, do bees die? No, they die if their stinger gets stuck, I think is what it is. Oh yeah, we're supposed to deliver that to them. So yeah, let me not, okay, hold up. Let me grab this guy. The salami lid, the salami lid, the salami lid, there it goes. Dude, hold up, this thing looks like it's been through war. Look at that. Drastic change from when we were just using it. It looks like it's been through some stuff. It's no longer really green anymore. Let's see. They die, they sting you. Their stinger stays. Ah! Let's see. Hornets can sting you over and over. Hornets are just pricks. Dragged it through a gravel parking lot. I'm saying hornets and yellow jackets are just, which I don't even know the difference. All I know is that they're just pricks. Like if I see a bee, I don't really react. If I see a hornet or a yellow jacket, I don't really react because I'm like, me being afraid is not going to help the situation. Let me just get away from it. Like if I see it, I'm not going to walk towards it, but being afraid is definitely not going to help the situation. Because again, I still think in my head, maybe I was right when I read or heard that or saw that somewhere, but I still believe that these things can not necessarily sense fear, but sense whatever pheromone you give off when you're afraid. And so I'm like, let me just not, because these things have black Air Force energy, and I'm just not going to deal with it. Let's see, hornets are bigger than yellow jackets. And the thing is, I can never tell. Look, here's the thing. You telling me that a hornet is bigger than a yellow jacket is almost the equivalent of trying to tell me the difference between a poisonous and a non-poisonous snake. I'm not finna get close enough to figure out the difference. Heck, I'm just trying to get away from it. So outside in the summer, bees are flies? Wait, bees and flies are targets? Wait, so hornets are attacking bees and what? Why? These are the questions. I don't understand. It's called bug assault rifle. Oh no, I've actually seen that. I've seen that thing. It's orangish, I think. And it shoots salt. Well, it says assault rifle. Yes, I don't know why I said it. I was about to say it shoots salt. Duh. No, it shoots sugar. The flip. Which is crazy. Who discovered salt? And where does salt naturally occur? Like, I know it's in the ocean, but like, how did we come about this? Who was the first person to discover salt? Just like who was the person who thought suckling on the teat of a cow was a good idea, and now there's just a multi-million dollar, maybe even billion-dollar industry dedicated to it. Sell it. Yeah, we get 18,000. Just for future reference, always bring your stuff to sell. I think you get about a 10% increase. Let's see, is it about 10? Yeah, it's about 10%. Let's see, salt, pepper, sugar, shoot anything small. Imagine shooting someone in the face with pepper. That's just a dick move. Like, you shoot them in the face with the pepper, so now they're blind, but then they start sneezing uncontrollably. That's just insult to injury. Let's see, it'll splatter a fly from 8 feet. And flies are so Some of these insects are just annoying. Like, they're not evil or anything, they're just annoying. Do I have a front attachment on it? I do not have the front attachment on this. I don't think I've ever put the front attachment on this thing. Bing, bing. Not kill it, just knock it unconscious. Just put it in the hospital for a second. Okay. Oh, did not mean to do that. Okay. So the question is, once we get the crone, where the heck are we going to park it? Oh, this is what was blocking. Ha ha. Ha ha he he ha. I forgot that this was on the field. It did say blocked. I just thought it was crazy for once, but no, that's fair. Let me beep 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 beep. Drop that. Let me actually go ahead and go forward and drop this as well. Actually, why do I still have this on? I don't even need this on. I could just put it back where we found it. Put this thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me. Put this thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me. Oop. Wait, detaching the tool. There it goes. Just like that. The salami lid. God gave us the knowledge to understand how to get stuff to live off of. He sure did. He or she. I don't know. That's a good question. It says, well, I guess, doesn't the Bible say technically we're made in his image? Which brings up the question, how do we know it's a he? But then again, I think Jesus would tell, Jesus would have told us. But weren't they praying to God beforehand? I'm sure there's some prophet or something. I'm not well versed in the Bible. Like, I'm versed, but not well versed. We're going to take this stuff back and sell it, and then we're going to bring the crone over here, which I need to find some place to park the crone, because that's going to be one issue. I guess we could also buy a stang for this map if we really wanted to. Or do we want... that's a great question. I don't think I want the stang for this map. I think I'm going to buy that SUV. Actually, how much is that SUV? Because I might regret it as soon as I say that. The SUV cost... Oh yeah, we'll go ahead and buy the SUV. So yeah, we'll get rid of the stang. Since we already have the stang or another one, we'll go ahead and get this one. We can't put anything in it, but that's fine. We don't plan to put anything in it anyway. Let's see. I don't know, man. I wasn't there. Pope died today, though. Heard there was a prophecy of his death causing the end of the world as we know it, so watch out. We might be buying Bitcoin and eating ravioli soon. Hey, I'm not buying Bitcoin. I refuse. Also, I like, well, I don't. The idea of digital currency. Like, I feel like it's a good idea, but it's a bad idea at the same time. Because as we all get older, it becomes harder for us to function, and cash in hand is just always easier to function with than a digital currency. One. Two, technically, we already sort of have a digital currency. Every time you use a credit card or a banking account or anything of that nature, you're kind of already using a digital currency. Like when your boss cuts you a check, he's not giving you cash. It's just going to the bank and them just saying, yes, you have credit for this amount of money, but you never actually got that money in hand, you know? So I guess technically we already are kind of using a digital currency, whether or not it's printed or not. Everything's just like sort of internet. So if essentially, I feel like if everybody goes and withdraws their money from a bank at one time, the bank is not going to have any way to actually pay out everybody, because I don't think we have that much money printed. My theory, anyway. How the heck to repaint this thing is $22,000? You're crazy. You're crazy. Wow, 93 for this? How much for this one? 9. We got plenty of money to buy the thing now. I'm gonna drive this back and then I'm gonna go buy the crone. Oh wait, I don't have the mod installed. Okay, we'll buy it next time then. We'll buy it next time. Let's see. Gold will, let's see, wait, F that, I buy gold. Gold will always be worth money. That is true. Amazing how they got us used to it, eh? invisible money is easier to spend. That is true. Please don't paint the crone gay looking. I didn't even know I could paint it colors. We'll go periwinkle. I'm not even sure what periwinkle looks like. I think it's more of like a lavender type color, but it's just a funny word to say. Periwinkle. Periwinkle. Perry the periwinkle platypus. Light purple. Fucking lavender. Let's see, can we go up this stupid hill? This stupid hill. Let's see, where is my boy? There he is. Right here. Ooh, geez, that was an interesting little air drift. Okay, let's see, what else do I have to do? Can't buy the crone yet. I could start generating more sheep. Not sure if I really want to. I could. Let's see, how much money do we have so far from sheep? Ooh. 571, that's nice. And it's not even, oh, it's March, so next month will be the money making. Take a loan. What do I need a loan for? I don't need a loan. We're rich. Not really, but, well, as far as game standards, we're not rich. As far as real life standards, we're rich. Sell the old stuff. Hashtag profit. Oh, geez, I was balancing. I'm gonna just go ahead and just flatten this. Maybe not all of this, but, or actually, no, I'll just put the next one up front if I'm gonna do it. Not sure if I need to, though. And what stuff do we need to sell? I don't think there's anything we need to sell. Let's see, as far as vehicles and stuff. Keeping the weight just for memories, the ADCO. I've been looking for like a generator mod or something that we can just hook up to that big baler so that way we don't need this ADCO. Because right now its only purpose is to fuel the baler. Like that's the only thing it's used for. That's good. This, we don't really need this, but I have it simply in case we wanted to do a fertilizing contract, but it's not that time of the month, so it doesn't really matter. Or maybe not that time of the day, either or. Let's see. Pallet fork. Merger. Which I like this thing. It works very well in the small fields, and I'm keeping it for the small fields. But for the bigger field, I think I'm gonna buy a windrower for it. I really want to sell these guys because they're borderline annoying. I want to work with corn just because I've never done it and I've never seen it, but I don't think corn is going to be super useful. I would like to do it just to oh, he's done? I doubt it. Let's see. Not bad. He's really doing a half decent job. Let's see. Jeez, man, this thing is turning, like, this is great at this point. Like, what was the point even painting it green? Okay, there's this section here. Oops, got that one. Go up, turn. Swoop. I do like how it overlaps on itself, so it's kind of hard to miss certain sections. I do like that. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know. Because at this point, we make so much money off of, like if we bale every bit of grass we pick up, insane amount. Actually, technically, we made 80,000 plus 50,000, so we made 130,000 from silage this time, which is good. That's an improvement. But in fairness, that's because we had that big A field. But also at the same time, we didn't make a massive amount of money because that big A field should net us way more than that. But it's fine. We got it done. We got her done. I'm really tempted to sell that little guy, the little fertilizer spreader, because it generally is kind of useless for us, especially since we can get our second fertilizing state from rolling. Now, here's one interesting take. Rolling the field with this grass roller, even though it is free, it takes so much extra time. Like, we would come out better just having a big fertilizing spreader run through the fields really quick and then just be done. Like, that would be quicker, but it does cost money. But we have more than enough money to pay for it, hence why we have so much, you know, fertilizer over there, which we're never going to use unless we plant. Okay, so I might get rid of the grass roller. I genuinely might get rid of the grass roller. It's kind of not even worth it. Let's see, grass roller. Here it is. It's kind of not worth it. You know, I'm gonna keep this hooked up. We're probably gonna go ahead and take this back and sell it, because like I'm trying to think like how or why this would be useful, and I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing this being useful. Like, at least the bakery, we can keep it there to use in the future, but the problem with using this roller is that it just takes so long. It moves so slow. Okay, also, if I am going to get a fertilizing spreader, I might as well get a bigger one than the one that I currently have, because this only holds 3,200. This holds 10,000. So, you know, might as well get the bigger one. Ooh, it had narrow tires. That's a good option. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take both and sell both. We're gonna sell this roller just because it's not super useful for us. It would just be easier if we just use fertilizer, since we have, you know, a massive amount of it. Might as well use fertilizer and then dodge. Yeah, there we go. Plus the fertilizer would be quicker, which adds to that. Let me go ahead and save. I haven't saved in a hot second. So I think that's the plan. Field rolling, great, just takes too long, especially on the really big field. It just takes too long. Because the fact that we've spent an hour and 20 minutes just rolling fields. In fairness though, I think we did spend about 20 minutes unnecessarily doing the headlands, but still, I think it's just better if we fertilize. We have so much of it, it's really cheap. Why not, right? Like, hold up, let me check. We have, excuse me, ow. That hurt. Oh, that's pain right there. Yeah. Wait, it says we have 32,000 liters, but that doesn't make sense. It says we have, it says we have 3,100, despite us holding 3,200 in this thing, which is interesting, because if I unload it, it does that. How much does it say we have now? See, now it adds to it, which fascinating. I don't understand how that works, but it is what it is. Okay, so we are selling stuff. That is nice. We're selling stuff, we're upgrading, we're making improvements. Let me just drive over that. Yep. Hop out. Go here, we'll sell these two things. Sell that one for 15. Sell this one for 13. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're just making money. And then we'll go ahead and buy this guy with narrow tires. And buy that. Just because it'll be quicker to fertilize instead of rolling. Which actually, in hindsight, probably reminds me as to why I don't typically roll grass. It's just because we can get a fertilizing state from using fertilizer. But at the same time, it is cheaper to roll the fields. It's just that it takes longer. And that becomes a very small issue. Like, it's not like it's a super bad problem or anything of that nature. And back around and grab this one. Cool. Alright. We'll go ahead and drive this dude back over to his farm. Or to our farm, technically. What's the thing that I have in the back of it? I forgot already. It says... Cool, put a default one. That's good. And then... Let's see, we got a lot of money. We can buy the crone. We can buy more sheep. Which I might do that just because having more sheep means more money. Especially with how much grass we have. But the thing is, I would like to do other crops at the same time. But if I do other crops, I'm definitely not going to do other crops on that big field that we just did. That was insane and unnecessary, to say the least. Now, I am curious, if we were to do 10 meters working on this field, how many lines would we have? Actually, no, 10 meters might work well for us, because if it's 10 meters, it's a bit closer, which means the windrower would have a much easier time windrowing. That is an idea. May not be the best idea, but that is an idea, because we do need to buy a windrower. Now, we're also about to get... I don't think it's necessary for us to get more sheep. Because considering we're about to make this much money just from sheep alone, I think we're good on sheep. So I'm not gonna worry about getting more sheep. Not immediately. Okay. I think I'm also gonna put the logger in that corner. Ooh, that's a little good spot. Hold up. I could probably get that closer. Get it close. Oh, too close. Yep. There it goes. And we accidentally just shoved that over, but that's a good spot. And so we're gonna move that logger over, and we'll fast forward and start delivering stuff. And then we also need to feed everybody, which is gonna be a whole thing. And the crone we'll put it right there when we do finally decide to get it. But or do I want to save the selling of the stuff for the next stream? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I think I'll save it for the next one. Need to turn that a little bit better. No, that was still terrible. Need to, yeah, this is a better angle. I just need to point it towards the building a little bit more. Something like this, something like that. And then hook it Like this. It would help if I move that tractor out of the way. Actually, yeah, let me just do that. Let me just move the tractor. Kind of knew it before I started it, so I don't know why I attempted that. Move him out of the way. But yeah, we'll keep the windrower for the small fields, since we have 4 small fields, and I'll use the big windrower once we get it for the 2 bigger fields. There we go. Much better. Much better. And we'll just park it right there. Good. Okay. So we're not going to fast forward. We're going to save that for the next one. I think that I feel like that's just a better idea. Put that up. Okay. So this is good. Put that up. Okay, everything should be good. I just realized I did not fill up that fertilizing spreader. So let's actually do that. Because I think actually putting fertilizer in the thing costs a pretty penny. I think it costs like 100 and some thousand to fill the thing up with fertilizing spreader. So we'll see. Because I know I filled up the fuel tank, or at least I think I did. So we'll have fuel for a while. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have fuel for a while. I know we have seeds for a while, even though I don't need it. Actually, I might buy one of these smaller fields and do corn on the smaller fields. Because if I do, I don't feel as, like, I don't want to say obligated, but... Let's see, is this fertilizer? No, this is seeds. I don't feel as... It's like I want to do this stuff, but I don't want to spend forever doing it, if that makes any sense. Whereas for a field of that size, if we have the crone, we should be able to move a little bit faster, I think. Okay, let me get just a little bit closer. Swing on through. Something like that. Start filling. Yeah, I know we don't have enough to fill this up. So let that do its thing. And it's empty. We could fill this up. 60,000 cost 105,000. Whew. And that's just for 60,000, which means 6 of these things cost us 100 and some thousand. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pay for it simply because, well, we got the money, and next month we're gonna sell it, get even more money. So why not, right? Not the end of the world. Let that fill up. Okay, so we got that taken care of, which is good. And essentially we're paying for speed is what we're really doing. Now I'm not sure how long 10,000 liters of fertilizer would last, but I think genuinely you're paying for speed when you're using fertilizer instead of rolling the fields. Because also the problem, the good part with fertilizer, it's like fast and twofold. Okay, first of all, it moves faster. Second of all, it's like spread is almost 3 times the range, so it's faster in like 3 different ways, which is nice. I'm gonna park him over here for now. I'm gonna leave the windrower there. It's not necessary to move him anywhere, so we're just gonna leave him there. I could put gas in that thing, but I didn't. Let me check on the production facilities. How are they doing? They're doing fine. Let me go ahead and save. Let's see. So we got fertilizer. Get rid of the rural field. Still need to get the crone, which I guess I could. Let me go ahead and install that mod and grab that. I delivered the silage. I need to get a windrower So we're gonna go here. Go to stream save. Where is? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of lizard muscle on this one. We need the crone. And I think that should be everything we need. Yeah. So go ahead and start. Okay. So if we do start doing wood, which I'm probably not, I'm probably gonna save the wood for the Silver Run Forest. And we just have Mantis on here just for the sake of having Mantis. Which now makes me think, do we really need Mantis? You know, like essentially we're keeping him on the off chance that we need a few extra bucks in the meantime, is essentially what we're doing. Because we're never going to clear out all that forest. We can, and if we do, we'll have a lot more room for sheep, even though it's going to be a crazy ton of like be a crazy amount of sheep. But essentially we just got this guy for rest, for borderline no reason. I guess I could go ahead and feed these guys before I forget. Let's see. I need to switch this to stack mode. Nope, that's not stack. There it is. Okay, so stack is going to be better for the bales because I have an interesting way I'm gonna try to feed these guys. So we need about 6 bales, or actually we'll go ahead and just grab 12. Actually we'll grab 14. Okay, I think this thing can fit 14. I think it fits 16, but if it can fit 14, that should be more than good enough, because the only ones that right now need food are the 2 big ones, right? Yeah. And so let me go here, grab all of those. Perfect. Okay, so it stacked them in a way that I expected. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drive up here. I am going to dump these out like sort of right here, or maybe over there, something like that. And then I'm just going to use the simple debug to see what it is I need to pick up. Okay, so I don't want to pick up all of them. I want to pick up like the first 6. Okay, something like that. And then booyah. Okay, so now that I can see where it is loading, I can go here, switch this one to left, open it up, and then I want to get here, get really close, and we should be able to just squeeze it on in. Of course we can't because of the height. That's what happens when you have a half decent plan, isn't it? Actually, the plan still works. Now that I think about it, the plan still works. Because if I can get it to unload right here, which it won't, it's blocked. It's not really blocked, it's just not clear or something, which is interesting. See, like now it wants to work. It's almost like there's an invisible. See, and now it actually goes on the ground. So okay, so there's something on the ground preventing me from putting it down. Because like here, it's all on the ground. It's doing fine. But then we go over here, and you notice that there's an issue. Like it starts to raise up as if there's something on the ground. Which makes me wonder, where is it? Because it drops there fine. Okay, so it's the gray part that it doesn't want to drop on. Okay. if that is correct, and I'm thinking about this the right way, I should... No. Okay, hold up. It's interesting. Should be able to find a little... piece. Okay. Right there. Go ahead and drop those. And what we'll do is I'll just nudge those down and just call it. Deet. Take those up. Okay. But that does give sort of good insight to this barn. I guess I could use in the material bunker and like create a rolling thing so it can roll down there, but this is okay. Wait, so now here, oh my gosh. Okay, so here it doesn't want to work at all. Which is interesting. How close can I get before it starts spazzing? Right about here? Okay, that's fine. Heck, if I get a forklift, I can make that easier. But that's fine. Let me go ahead and knock these over. Oop. Okay, now that they're knocked over, I can just oop, grab that one, put this one over here. Deep. Grab the other one, put it with the others. And so next time I'm probably just gonna do because what is this, 14? Let's see, 6, yeah, 14. So next time I'm just gonna do 12, so since it would be a little bit easier. Okay, but now that this is set up, all I gotta do, drive over here, drop this bad boy, and then go here, and all I gotta do is slowly nudge everything in. Just like so. And this part is the easy part. It would help if I had like one of those silage pusher things on the front of this. Yeah, that would help. But it's working. Heck, I might put it on here. That is a good idea. Simply so that way I could push this stuff and herd the stuff a bit easier. Okay. Actually, let me go do that. Well, because then now I'm just sort of spending money, but yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Because if it works, it works. If it doesn't, okay. Because at least for the smaller areas, we have ways to feed them, and that's fine. Or wait, time out. What am I thinking? I don't need to do this. Again, I can use the small baler to feed them. It's gonna be, I'm gonna use a small tractor. It's gonna be harder because I can't carry as many. I guess I can, roughly. But yeah, I'll just do that. Especially since we have a front loader attachment to grab and lift bales. We'll just see how that works. Hopefully it works out pretty well. Okay. Let me see what we can do. Go here. Because at least this way it would save us some money. Especially since we have this thing that I still haven't sold. Plus it would give it purpose. It would give it purpose. Now, technically I don't need this here, so I can just leave that. But go here, find the bales, which are down there. lift it up, tilt this, go here, doot, yep, there it goes, got one of them. Go here, grab this one, lift it up, put it down, right there. Oh, didn't take this one. Easy peasy. Okay, and I just gotta remember to keep doing that instead of finagling with what I just did. Plus, this would, ooh. Grab that one. Let's see. Can I? Nope. Let me just let go of this one. And I might be able to just go right between both. Good. Good. Uh-oh. What just happened? Actually, if I do this carefully enough, I can get 4 in one go. That's going to be a tricky little maneuver. But what I got to do, get close. Okay, just got to level this out a little bit, raise it up a little bit, and as long as we get to the top of this one, okay, something like this, lift it, lift it up. A bit heavy for this tractor, but it's working, and we're carrying 4 at once, just like so. And it gets me to use my front loading techniques, so I can't really complain about it. Look at that. Okay, so is that one really that full? Really? Yeah, it really is. Okay, so we'll just put this one in the other one then. So this one will have 4 and the other one will have 3. But that worked. And that was much quicker than trying to finagle. So we don't, okay, so that's what I'm gonna do from now on. We'll just go with 6. Now, if there was a way to pick up more bales more efficiently, I would, but I don't think that there is. Also, do I have to put bales right there? I think I have to, because that's the rest is where the wool goes. I think this is actually how you drop off their food, but that works. It works. So that's the plan. That's what we're sticking with. Okay, now follow-up stuff. Okay, what else do we got? We fed them. We figured out our system for feeding them. And that's the most important part. Figured out how we're going to do that. Which makes this not useless, but at least for the time being, we don't need it. So actually, I can go park him. But I guess we'll need him when it comes time to actually cutting the field and stuff like that. But for now, I'm just gonna move him off the field, out of the way. What does he even cut again? Because I don't need this. I can just detach that. I forgot. I think he helps with cutting. I don't remember. I think he did the windrowing. Yeah, because the big guys had to carry the stuff. And now that we have the crone should speed up everything. So we have 2 mowers. We have the Macdon and the crone. Okay, so that's good. That's taken care of. What else do we got to do? Sheep barn. Do I want to go ahead and buy another sheep barn? Let's buy the crone, actually, since we're right here. Might as well go ahead and buy the crone. Oh, wait, mowers. Big guy. Special edition. It says base. What's the difference between... Oh. So just power beyond belief. I mean, I don't mind it. I just don't see how that's plausible. But whatever. Tires don't necessarily matter. Twin wheels is crazy. Might as well do twin wheels, right? How often do you see that? Yeah, might as well. Window tint. Jeez. We'll just use light window tint. Rear PTO. Let's see. Might as well, since it's doable now. As far as the colors, oh wow, there's a lot. Let's just go. Ooh, do we have New Holland colors? Well, it's Chrome, so I guess I shouldn't use New Holland colors. But Chrome is just green. Like, that's all we really got is green. What can we do? I don't... Can we make the green darker? How does that look? Actually, I kind of like that green better. The fact that I have to pay for these is crazy, but just make everything slightly darker. Actually, it makes the yellow stand out a little bit more, which I kind of like, actually. To be honest, I kind of like it. So let's say we went for a darker yellow like the JCB. Ooh, JCB is more orangish yellow. What if we do Challenger yellow? It's even darker. Actually, Challenger yellow blends in a little bit better than Chrome yellow. Chrome yellow, it's definitely brighter, but we'll go Challenger yellow to make everything a little bit darker. Essentially, I'm paying more money to make the thing not as bright. That's essentially what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I just did. Just paid to make it darker. But I do like it, though. I don't know, it looks military-esque. Okay, we got everything we need. Let's go ahead and buy this. And we still have... not a lot. Some money in the bank, but not really enough. So let's go ahead and get him. Jeez. Instant speed. That's pretty crazy. He moves so fast. We also need to go ahead and buy the windrower, since I know I'm going to need that for the bigger fields. I don't think I have enough money, because I think that windrower cost us, that's Tedder, windrower, 98. So yeah, we can't buy that at the moment. I guess I could take a loan and buy it. Never mind, that's a weird idea. I was thinking carry the windrower behind this, but that's not necessary. We could really genuinely carry a wagon behind us, and it could pick up stuff while it's cutting grass. That is an idea, though. So cut grass. It's gonna fill up quickly. Is there an auger wagon setup we could use? Because if there was an auger wagon that could pick up grass and dispense it, that would be the best situation. Or I guess if we could take this forage wagon and drop the grass somewhere else. Like, I know an auger wagon can't pick up grass, which kind of stinks. But if he could take it and dump it into something else, that would be kind of nice. I don't know how we would do that, but that would be nice and very useful for us. Okay, what I could do is make a little divot near the field where we back trailers into. For example, like, where is it? I'm gonna have to test this, but this holds 61,000 liters. And when he's done, he could just dump it in here. Well, can this take grass? No, it cannot. He could just dump it in here. And then we drive this back. Let's see, 61,000 liters. Let's check real quick. The forage wagon can hold 50. So it's really not worth it. It's better just to have forage wagons there. And then just as it fills up. But the thing is, we're going to be stopping so much. That's my only problem with carrying a forage wagon behind this. Like, the constant starting, stopping is going to be kind of annoying. And I think it would just be better just to, because actually, it's not even the starting, stopping that's going to be the issue. It's the fact that we have to stop, change out the trailer, reinitiate course play. We got to keep doing that process over and over again. Like, I don't think course play can just switch trailers. If that was a thing and we could just have two trailers on the field, he would just go switch them and keep going that way. That would be better for us. I just don't think that that is possible. How much is the new car we need? 30. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the car. Go get the RS, the rims. We have Aero or this one. Aliens, UFO, spaceship, satellite. I like the Aero. Color will change to, what does this look like? Ooh, I kind of like this color. Especially since we don't do a lot of blue. I kind of like it. What about New Holland blue? Now I like the first blue. Yeah, I like this. Just so we can have a car. Oh, I did not mean to lease it. Well, that was stupid. Well, that was dumb. Wait, we're leasing. I meant to buy. Okay. I'm just making too many mistakes at the moment. All right. Let's just go ahead and just drive this back first. Jeez, it gets up to speed pretty fast. And handles. This is actually one of the nicer handling vehicles I've seen. Probably because it's sponsored or... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oop, oop, oh, cool. 180. Gets up to speed nicely. It handles well. It turns with the steering wheel well. Oop, does jumps pretty well. It's not bad. Yeah. Already scratched it. Okay. Goat shit brown. What kind of... Why would we do that? Actually, this looks like a vehicle my character would drive, to be honest. Actually, let me get off to one side and get to the very back of the garage so it's a bit easier for the ATV to get out if it needs to. Okay, I need to park one of these though. Do I want this one down here? Well, no, yeah, I'll leave it down here. Whatever vehicle we get next, we'll park up at the other place. Actually, no, this will be the one we take from place to place. This one will stay in here. Yeah. Okay, now let's go fix our mistake. Hell, since it keeps spawning us at the other one, since we put down the new house, we might as well go ahead and drive this one to the new place. Since it's going to keep spawning us at the new place. Just so we have a ride. In this place. Okay. Now let's go fix our mistake. Yeah, so many useful features. Probably in the real life version. Definitely none in the game. I will say that was probably one of the least customizable vehicles I've gotten in the game. Well, that's probably not true. The Massey is probably... Is it Massey? Did I pronounce that right? I don't think I pronounced that correctly. But I think the Massey... No, yeah, the Massey Ferguson's actually the least. Perfect. I learned stuff. Okay, we'll put this back. Buy the one we were actually supposed to buy. And then on the next month, we'll just sell so much wool that we'll just have money back again. And then I might buy a header so we can do corn, maybe? Or maybe we could do corn on this. I don't know. I do want to do a new crop on this map since we're not going to do wood anymore. Which means if we're not going to do wood anymore, I could sell mantis. And I really should, actually. Let's see. Because if we're saving wood for the other map, we could sell mantis, sell the logger, get some money out of that. How much is the... Let's see, the logger... The logger will get us 24k as it is. Well, actually a little bit more if we bring it down here. And this will get us 300 and something thousand. I'm thinking we go ahead and just get rid of those two. That's over 400 and some thousand between those two alone. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Since that's just gonna be the best bet for us. Let me see. Go here. Narrow tires. I want to buy... I do not have enough money because I'm a goober. That's fine. We'll leave this here for now. Let me go ahead and grab this guy. Can he pull a trailer? No, he cannot. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and sell this guy. Not that he's not bad or anything. It's actually really good. But we don't need him. We don't need him. Even though it's a really good mod. And actually, I would say this is probably better than the, what the heck did I just do? Oh. Uh-oh. What the heck just happened? What? That's interesting. So it cycles through the cameras even if you're, I guess, in transporting mode, which is interesting. So we'll sell this, make some money, but it does perform. I like the simple fact that it has a transporting mode. Makes things pretty easy as far as maneuvering it back and forth and around force and stuff. And I kind of want this, but a harvester already comes with the Silver Run Forest. And so because of that, I don't technically need Mantis, even though he does have some useful features, can't lie. Also, the increments that you can increase the cutting by, I like that. Like, you can increment by 0.5, which is actually really, really good. You got Boogie Lift, which helps him go up hills and stuff. Even though we don't do a lot of cutting on the hillside, but I do know that it would be useful. Uh-oh. Did not mean to deactivate that. I don't know. We actually... It sucks because we didn't really use this guy very much. Actually, I don't think we used him at all. Because looking at his thing, yeah, he's at 100%. We didn't use him at all. Yeah, we have 0.2 hours of work with him, and then 0.3 on the trailer. So we really didn't use those really at all. I think we were leasing before, and so we just bought these recently. But just come over here, sell these, make some money. Okay. Stinks, but I mean, we don't need it. And then Silver Run, I mean, we're probably gonna uninstall this mod altogether. It's a great mod, but with the Silver Run Force and the fact that it gives us a harvester, and this one, even though I do feel like it's better, it's not like it's drastically better, other than the fact that you can customize. So it's not like it's, you know, it's not so much better than the default harvesters that it justifies keeping the mod. And then since we're not hauling wood anymore, we can get rid of that thing. But this should get us a lot of money. 432. See, like, look at that. 432 versus if we were sold it from here, we'd make 392. Like, you really get about 10% more. You really get about 10%. Hold on, let me calculate that. I can calculate the difference right now. Where's my calculator? 432, 163 minus 392, 875 divided by 392, 875 is 10%. It's 10% exactly with some rounding things, but it's legit 10%. So you get 10% more just by selling it in person, which on these bigger items, it's worth it. Like, it's definitely worth it. Can't say that it's not. I mean, you can technically say that, but let me go ahead, buy this guy, switch to narrow tires, buy this time. Okay, we'll fill him up, take that back, and then we'll sell the other thing, and then we'll be off of this puppy. That's fantastic. That is genuinely fantastic. I like that. And I thought we were about to be like semi-broke for a second, but we just made even more money. We just made even more money. just from selling. I mean, just following Blade's advice, selling the stuff that we don't need. I bet your mom would love that. Goat shit brown. I didn't even read the mom loved that part. But just grab all of this stuff. I hate that it just takes so long to fill this thing up. Like, it's like instantly unload. So if you unload it, it's instant. And it even brings like pallets and stuff. But timeout. Can you sell this stuff? Can you sell fertilizer? Where would you even sell it if you could? Yeah, there's no sell point. But it's max price 1,692. So if we were to sell, oh no, we would actually be making less money. Well, no, because we're carrying about 10,000 of it. Yeah, we would possibly make more money. Let's see, 10 times that gives us 16. Yeah, if we could sell solid fertilizer, we would be making more money just buying and reselling it. Like, let's see, 16 on top of that puts us about a $7,000 gain. No, it's not a gain because we paid a little bit more than 1,000 to get it. So yeah, it's not really a gain. So it is fine. Just fine. We're gonna drive this back over here. I'm actually gonna try to put some stinking fuel in this thing for once, and also do some repairs while I have the money and the time. I do need to buy more stuff though, because we're starting to get to the point where we just have a lot of money to last us a year. I could upgrade to bigger harvesters when we do finally decide to do wheat. I could upgrade to a bigger silo. There's just a few things that I can do. But I think I'm gonna focus on crops. Heck, if I change these fields to corn or whatever, since I'm not really getting a crap ton of grass from it. Let's see, repair. I could genuinely do that and it wouldn't be much of an issue. Good thing I got it his way, because these fields are already small, and in the grand scheme of things, I think with just these I got 13 bales from them before we count that our like second to largest field. And so I would get 13 bales. When you add that other one on it, I think we would end up getting like 33. But then when you count that big field over there, I think we were like doubling everything. So that means our second to largest field gives us difference between 13 and 33, about 20 bales just for that one field. And then the rest of these fields we could technically get rid of and change them to whatever crop we wanted. The good part is, since the crop is over here, it would be much easier to actually deliver the stuff, and it wouldn't be massive scale, so I wouldn't be as, what's the word, irritated. Like, it wouldn't take us multiple streams to do everything, like for the field, because the field is much smaller than the massive field. That massive field is definitely, it's a blowy field where if you got the skill, the time, and the patience, you could definitely finish it. But I definitely don't think in 2 hours. Like, we were having trouble harvesting it in 2 hours, let alone prepping it for the next thing, which took us multiple hours. But if we do, we can turn these fields into wheat. That is an idea. Let me go ahead and drop that off. Oh, drop it. That is genuinely an idea. I just don't know how I feel about it. And actually, I could put the fertilizer spreader right there. That would make more sense. I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll turn these fields into smaller crops. And then also the neat part with it is if we wanted to, and we're just testing small crops just for the sake of testing small crops, we can do a bunch of different crops. So for example, if we wanted to do spinach or whatever, this would be the fields to do it on, because they're smaller and they don't take forever and a day to do them. Or if we just wanted to like do corn oil, or I think that's what it's called, canola oil, whatever. If we just wanted to do those and just get in it just to make it, these would be the fields for it. We don't need a massive field like this one, which this one's actually reasonable size compared to the one we have back there for grass. That one is probably where you start getting into the it's too big, you know, size or whatever. Okay, get this out of the way, hop out, go back, sell it for 10% increase. Let's see, 26.79. Just want to check to see how much it was. Where is it? Yep, 10%. Yay me. Okay. And then just head on back. Okay. So then the question becomes, well, what crop do I want to do? Do I want to, actually, if this is the animal, that's a good point. I'm just saying good point. I'm talking to myself. If this is the animal stream, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the name of this one to like Animal Save or Animal Farm, and then change the other one to Forest Farm. Yeah, that actually seems like a half decent idea. So at least that way on this one, if I want to do other animals and stuff, I can, and I don't need to have a massive production chain. I can just use these few fields here and change them. Like, I'm still going to keep the big fields, like that field off in the distance back there and that really big one over there. Still keep those. And so I'll let the windrower do that field over there possibly, and then or not. It just depends, because depending on how many bales we get from one harvest of all this grass will sort of dictate. I guess I need to keep track of how much we're getting from each field, and that'll sort of dictate what's what, because I do think we get about 20 from that backfield, 13 from all of these fields combined, and then the rest of them we get from that really, you know, big field. And so depending on how much grass we need to feed the sheep, I think that's going to dictate which fields I'm willing to let go. But I think that one massive field that we have should be enough to feed all the sheep, which means we can in fact change all of our crops back to whatever we want. So I could change, heck, I could change this one back to what it originally was. This one could go back to being the wheat field, you know. This one we might do canola. We're definitely not doing rice unless we do long grain rice, but whatever. Anyway, that's cool. Give me some ideas. Let me go ahead. Can I change the name? Oh, whoops. The name. Okay, hold up. Let me just scroll up. Game setting. Go here. Animal Save. Oh, I just realized I'm typing it wrong. Beep, 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 beep. Animal Save. Yep. And then go back, save it. Awesome. Okay. Well, with that, if you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. If you want to follow me on other social media, please feel free to do so. If you're enjoying the Discord, the link is down in the description below, and that is the most important thing to me at the moment. So if you would like to do that, please feel free to do so. Make sure it saved the name. It did. That's nice. But with that, I will say peace and good night.